Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 14 of my Skyblock series. I am Son of Alistair, and as you can see, I have gotten so much cobblestone down. Um, with the exception of that little area over there and this line that runs through there, I have filled in this entire circle. So I'll go ahead and just run around and show you guys. This has been quite a big project as far as like smelting up all the cobble, getting everything ready. Uh, I've probably spent close to like 12 or 13 hours just farming and placing everything down. Also, I was noticing that while I was filling everything in, I didn't notice while I was building the ring because it was actually on the outside of it. But I did happen to build underneath the jungle biome, which is okay for right now. We're going to leave it the way it is because later on in this episode, I'm probably going to try to build a place to fish there just temporarily so that way we can try to get some. Bamboo, because that's pretty much the only way that we're going to get it here on the Skyblock Island is fishing in a jungle biome. But yeah, pretty much this is what we got so far, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start finishing the rest of this up. Then once I finish all of this up, I am going to find the center point for the circle that we have built. And then once I figure out the center point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much build a circle, like a bigger circle around, but it's not going to be like big like this one is, obviously. But on the inside, then around that circle, I would like to do some trees. Then maybe do like some farmland, then do more trees on the outer circle. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get all the rest of this down, then get everything set up to try to figure out where exactly the center is. Then I'll be right back with you guys once we get to that point, and we'll go ahead and see what we can do to start trying to get it looking a little bit better. Because obviously right now, you know, this isn't much to look at. It's just pretty much a flat area that's all slabs. The reason why I built it slabs, two reasons. Obviously, this is a gigantic area, and I did not want anything spawning on me while I was trying to crouch on the edges here to put everything down. Also, I wanted to keep it slabs because I do not plan on having the whole area uh, like full blocks right now. It's gonna be kind of like as I'm building onto each little area, I'll take out blocks, replace them with different things, as well as you know, like just add slabs on top to turn them into a full block. But yeah, we're gonna need to farm up a lot of dirt also, which will take the gravel and the coarse dirt and put those together. But we'll get to all of that here in just a little bit. Let me place down the rest of these blocks. I'll be right back with you guys once we figured out where the center is. Alright, everybody, so I have gotten the center mapped out. This is about how big I'm going to do the center circle. I'm thinking we're going to do a farm on the inside of here. Then I'm thinking on the outside, probably about 4 or 5 wide, we're going to go around in trees. Then in between the trees and the farm, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. I may put some buildings or, you know, different things in different areas, depending on how it all looks after it's finished. But yeah, on the outside along here, I plan to do probably to about here with dirt all the way over to this spot, then having like 2 rows of trees all the way around. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and go back to working on trying to get a few more things up. Also, this island over here that was the swamp biome, I believe it was. Let me double check just to be sure. Jungle biome, sorry, not swamp. But yeah, we definitely are gonna use this area here to make a little fishing spot, so that way we can farm up some bamboo as well as some other items like in books of enchanting and stuff like that. This will be a temporary spot just for now while we're getting everything farmed up for the bamboo. Once we get a couple pieces of bamboo, I will be getting rid of this island here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead right now, and I'm gonna start setting up the fishing spot and getting some more stuff around the area down. I'm also gonna start turning some coarse dirt into regular dirt. I'll skip ahead and I'll be right back with you guys. Also, guys, wanted to mention that yesterday during my editing, I was noticing that at about the minute 30-second mark, there was a creeper on the second floor on the other side of like the little staircase, and I did not even see him. It's at about a minute and 30 on episode 13, and I need to make sure that I put some torches up there. It kind of reminded me, I wanted to mention it to you guys. I don't know if anybody actually caught it or not, but I was editing. I was like, oh crap, I could have definitely had some issues there. But yeah, I also noticed that my dog was snoring in the background for like a portion of the video. So if you guys did hear the faint snoring in the background, that's what that was from. Normally I don't have my dogs in here while I'm recording, just to keep away from all the extra noise, because they like to tap dance on the floor because I have wooden floors and stuff. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll try not to let that happen again in the future if that bothered anybody. But keep in mind, I do have animals, and you know, I treat them like little humans. So if they are in here and you happen to hear some stuff in the background, I'm sorry if it bothers you, but tough luck. You know, they're pretty much family, so they're allowed to go pretty much wherever they want to. But I do try to make sure that, you know, for the most part, they are not in here during the time that I'm recording. But every now and then, you know, it gets kind of hot in my room, so that way I have to open up the window or the door just to let them in here. And sometimes you'll hear them either outside or they'll walk in here. Then, yeah. So as far as that goes, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna start placing down some of this stuff and getting the stuff ready for the fishing spot, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, so I got some of the dirt down here. I placed down a couple torches so that way nothing will spawn. Also, I built up a little area for just a temporary little fishing spot. It's nothing special. I just built around in a circle. I built four, then I went out one and just kept doing it all the way until I was about 5 high. I think on 16 point whatever, they changed it to where it had to be like within like a certain depth and have like so much wide open space around you in order for you to catch anything like good. I mean, you can also fish in just one regular fishing spot, like a 4x4 or 2x2, but you're not going to be able to catch any treasure loot like any of the enchanted books or any of like the enchanted fishing rods or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and try to fish just with regular fishing pole and see if we get lucky and get enchanted fishing rod or something of use. I would like to get a couple of the name tags so that way I can name a few things, but we'll see what I get. Also, I built this little shelter in case there's like any of the phantoms to spawn at nighttime. Also, I can sleep at nighttime here because I don't have a bed and I don't want anything to spawn on top of me. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to go ahead and fish a little bit here, and while I'm doing that, I'll kind of let you guys know what I'm thinking so far. So I'm thinking, as far as the inside of this area goes, I would like to eventually use a lot of glass and stuff just to make it look really nice, and I'm gonna try to tier it up so that way there's multiple layers. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to probably eventually make a husk farm, which those are the zombies, but they're called husks, and those will drop us sand, and we can use that sand to smelt up and turn into glass. Which eventually, what I would like to do is around the middle of the base, I would like to try to get it almost like a dome type of look, to where that's like domed off. But I also want to have like staircases that go up to a second platform that is going to be not as big as the bottom one, obviously, but I want to tier it up so that way we kind of have like a few extra layers, and then on each layer I'll do something different. So like on this layer it'll be mainly trees and farm and stuff like that, like wheat and whatnot. Then the second layer will be more like maybe like a base area, or I'm not exactly for sure like what we'll do yet, but I do plan to make this a really big project, and eventually I think that it'll all come along and look really really nice. So I'm excited to see what kind of progress we make on that. But yeah, for right now I'm just gonna try to fish up and see if I can get me a piece of bamboo. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right here. I'll be right back with you guys in a few minutes once I get a piece of bamboo or something of use, and we'll go ahead and see what's going on from there, because mostly right now it's just fish, so I'm kind of hoping that it's deep enough. So we'll see. If I don't get anything by the time this rod breaks, I'll probably end up looking it up just to make sure the dimensions are correct. Okay, guys, so I was looking into it a little bit more, and it seems like you have to be at least two blocks above the water. The water has to be at least 2 deep with nothing waterlogged. It has to be a water block or an air block. Um, Also, it has to be, I think, like 5 wide, I believe, for it to be considered open space for you to be able to get the treasure items. I am getting the treasure items. As you can see, I have the lily pad here. I believe that is part of the treasure items. But yeah, I'm going to keep on messing around with this until we get at least some bamboo or something like that. This probably won't take very long, but we'll see. Everything I've read online says that, you know, fishing bamboo should take about 15 or 20 minutes or so. But, you know, I could get lucky or I could get unlucky depending on, you know, what's going on here. So I'll be right back with you guys once I get the bamboo, because it could take a while. If I get anything good before then, I'll definitely come back and show you guys that. But I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so I have been fishing for quite a while now. As you can see, I got 57 raw cod and 17 salmon. I've went through almost 2 fishing rods. We did get a piece of bamboo though, so we just need the one to get everything started with the bamboo farm. I'll show you the use for that a little bit later on. But we also got 1 saddle, 3 tropical fish, a bone, a pair of boots, and a couple other things like some water and puffer fish and lily pads, which all the other stuff ain't really that important. But yeah, as far as that goes, I can go ahead and take the fishing pond down here, because I'm not really going to need anything else in this area for right now. And I want to build up around here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get rid of this and start putting the rest of the dirt around there, and then I will show you guys what we have going on. Also, I did look into it a little bit further. I couldn't figure out about the nighttime. I'm pretty sure that's still the thing though. But it definitely does give you a higher percent to catch fish if you're during a rainstorm. And also, if you are in a cave system with an open source to the air, you'll have a really high chance at getting fish too. I believe you can get it all the way up to like 40 to 60%, I want to say. But yeah, this is what we're doing so far. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've got the dirt all around here in a circle. I also got a bunch of holes dug out. Each one of these holes are going to be filled up with water. As you can see, they are block empty with something covering the bottom. So I'm going through to every single one of the holes. Pretty much what I'm doing is I am dropping the water in here. Make sure you're not crouching when you go in the water, but drop down. Then once you get underneath it, drop 1 piece of dirt, come back up with the space bar or jump. Make sure you don't fall in the holes. Then grab the water out before you close it off. Close it off, and then move on to the next hole. Then we're going to rinse and repeat all the way across until we get all of the holes. Then once we get all the holes filled up, we'll come back and then we'll start getting stuff farmed up. Then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. I'm not sure how much time we'll have left in the episode after we get done with this farm, but we'll see what's going on with that. And as long as we have time, I'll see what else we're going to get started today. If we run low on time, I'll kind of give you guys an idea of what we're going to be starting with tomorrow, and I'll end the episode, but I'll be right back with you guys. Well, bad news. I fell in a hole, and whenever I went to go put the block on the one underneath this, I accidentally closed off the source block for the water and fell through. So we did lose our really good pickaxe and our sword, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay because with the materials and stuff that we got from the fortress yesterday, I was able to get, or I believe it was yesterday, day before yesterday, I was able to get enough diamonds to make an enchanting table, as well as the majority of the iron to make an anvil. But I was able to make an enchanting table, and I was also able to make an anvil, which is right over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this stuff taken care of, and then see if I can get a better weapon a little bit later. I'm not really too worried about it right now, but I do want to finish filling those holes, and I will be back with you guys once I got all that finished, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. Okay guys, so this is pretty much where we're at right now. I got all of the dirt down, and I also turned it into tilled soil. If you're wondering what all of these blocks are, I wanted to put trapdoors over all of the water sources, but I didn't have enough trapdoors on hand. So for right now, I just went ahead and put these blocks over top of them with a torch on each one of them. So that way it keeps light in the area, so that way there's nothing that spawns, and also it'll, be able to be removed later and replaced with something else. I might figure out something. If we get a bunch of glowstone or something, I'll probably replace it with that. Or there's also other options that we could have later on, like making jack-o'-lanterns and putting those underneath the water source. That'll light up the area for stuff to not spawn there. Also, like we could just like extend the torches up and make like little chandeliers that go over each individual thing. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. All I do know is right now I got a quarter of it potato, a quarter of it carrots, and then I'm gonna do half of it wheat. So I don't have them all planted. Obviously, I'll fill them up as we go. But as you can see, I got quite a bit of each one planted. So as soon as we have one harvest, we should be able to fill in the gaps. But yeah, this is exactly where we're at right now. I believe we're going to go ahead and end the episode off here. If you've made it this far, type tree farm for the giant tree farm that we're making. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far, and you are liking the progress that I've made on this. I mean, obviously it was a bit bigger than I expected it to be, like getting started and stuff like that, but I'm pretty happy with the size because I think we're gonna have a lot of room to work with stuff, especially once we start getting the trees in and stuff. This big giant area is not gonna seem as big at all. And we can probably put pathways in between just to kind of fill everything in. Like I said, I do kind of want to tier this up and have different levels also. So we'll probably start to work on that over like the next few episodes or so. I won't just be working on this though. I do plan on making a husk farm eventually, like I said earlier, so that way we can get some sand. And there is also a few places that we haven't branched off to, like the mansion and the pillager fort over there. So we'll definitely make sure we do that. I will also want to go over to a few of the islands and put some grass blocks up, so that way we can get some of the animals that spawn over in certain biomes. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at today. Thank you guys again for watching, and as far as that goes, I will catch you guys on the next one.